ladies and gentlemen, this is Ryan of Runedom Studios, and do you know what? We all love the villains, don't we? Villains! You love them! They are cool, sometimes funny, usually have the best songs, and if written really well, sometimes sympathetic. Villains can be remembered more than the hero. Take Darth Vader, Lord Voldemort, Sauron, Khan, every Disney villain, and many, many more. There are many great villains out there in movies, and that's no different than in video games as well. And I am going to be listing my personal favourite top 10 villains in video games. Now, I'm going to have to clarify one thing. I'm only going to list villains. Villains? What the hell is a villain? I'm only going to be listing villains from games that I have played, and I've not owned an Xbox in my life, and I've only recently got myself a Switch. So I'm sorry guys, but Ganondorf on the Covenant will not be on this list. I am sorry. I am so sorry, but I just can't list villains where I don't know that much about them. It's only my personal experiences with them. I'm sorry. Second of all, it's going to be one villain per game franchise, okay? One villain per game franchise. That way, I can list off all sorts of different games, okay? Good. Yeah, I think that covers the important rules. So, let's get this list underway then, shall we? Starting with this guy right here. Number 10. Barocci. He is an evil god that created a whole new world to just find a worthy opponent. He took pieces of lands from Asia and all of the warriors from the Three Kingdoms era of China and the Warring States period of Japan, just so he could send his demonic army onto them and see if they were any worthy opponents. Considering he was also formerly imprisoned by the Mystics due to him doing crimes against humanity, he's had a track record of being an outright nasty guy when humanity is involved. A serpent god with a scythe as his weapon, he set out to kill, imprison, or subjugate all warriors in his created world. He had gotten so powerful that the Mystics that originally imprisoned him couldn't do it by themselves. If Barocci had won and he'd have beaten, conquered, or victimized the warriors' characters, he would have just kept taking more warriors from all sorts of different time periods. This evil demon god's ambitions of world domination has earned him his first spot on the list.
Perhaps the warrior strong enough to overcome me is closer than he knows.
Barocci.
Number 9. Ripto. The main antagonist of Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. And yes, because I'm English and that was how it was released in England, that's what I'm going to continue to call it. And if you got a problem with that, then I got 2 words for ya! This evil wizard was my childhood favourite game villain. I mean, just look at that collar. Look how huge that is. As a kid, that's all I needed to see to know how he's the top dog. He's your stereotypical evil mastermind, but what made him my favourite Spyro villain was how he was always present. He wasn't like the sorceress who stayed at the castle waiting for Spyro to come to them. He was there for every boss fight to mock Spyro and harass the other denizens of Avalar. He's mean, angry, hates dragons, and he's on this list. 'Cause nostalgia, baby!
You singed my cape! Dragon, you are really starting to get on my nerves! Say goodbye, flame breath!
Alright, cowpoke. I've only got one thing to say to you, and you're goddamn better be honest with me. Have you seen Lenny? Lenny!
Number 8. Micah Bell. I hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him. God, he is so unlikable that you just wish you left him in that jail cell early in the game. Yeah, you play as a bunch of murdering, thieving outlaws, but at least you all had this family feel to the gang. They all poked fun and sometimes threatened to kill each other at times, but they will still look out for you and save you if you're in a pinch. A feeling you most certainly don't get from goddamn Micah Bell. He is a thorn that doesn't belong, a virus in the gang, a parasite that eats away at that family feel to the Vanderling gang. A lot of things happen in the ending of the game, but Michael Bell is most certainly a reason for a lot of things happening. He deserves all the bullets you have on you lodged into his skull. And that is why he is a brilliant villain.
You don't give a damn about nobody but yourself.
Oh, you act so high and mighty, but you're no better than the rest of us. I've ridden with you boys close on what, 6 months now? And all you ever done was complain. You can fight, but you can't think.
You can't do either.
Okay, cowpoke.
Before I tell you my 7th pick, I've just got one question for you. Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Number 7. Vas Montenegro. This crazed man is scary. The only time I felt fear for a villain monologuing to me was Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight. I've no idea what's going on in this guy's mind, and his erratic behaviour puts me on edge. What's interesting is that this character wasn't even originally in the game. The actor, Michael Mando, auditioned for another role that he didn't get, but they liked his performance so much that they created a brand new character for him to play. A character that grew in popularity so much after the E3 trailer of Far Cry 3, he became the poster boy for the game. Hell, he even had a live-action miniseries on YouTube played by the same actor who just tortured some poor fool that got caught by him. This character was practically the reason people bought Far Cry 3, and for good reason too. He is the most memorable character in the game. The best parts of the game were when he was involved, when he spoke to you, his definition of insanity speech, how every time he is on the screen he just takes all of your attention. And if you believe the theories, he may still be out there too. Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is?
You see, the thing about our loved ones, right? Our f***ing loved ones! They come and they blindside you every f***ing time. So they say to me, they say, Vas, who the f*** is it going to be? Them or me? Me or them? like, you know, like they f***ing think that I need to make a f***ing choice. By the way, this letter really sucks. You know, so much for poetics.
Number 6. Shepherd Artorias. This guy in white is the bad guy. Kinda. He's really a good guy. Kinda. Look, for those that don't know of Tales of Berseria, if I showed you a picture of Artorias and Velvet Crow, then your mind would assume that Artorias is the hero and Velvet's the villain. But nope. Velvet's the main character of this story, on a quest for revenge against Artorias, who has brought worldwide peace to the world and is seen as the greatest hero the land has seen. And Velvet also wouldn't hesitate to destroy towns and ruin lives to get her revenge. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen! Look guys, the truth is that Artorias is a very grey character. All he wants is for the world to be a better place. But after the death of his wife, Velvet's older sister, he loses his way and goes to the extreme of trying to bring peace. To take away free will from all and make them run solely on reason. The complete opposite of Velvet, who runs solely on emotion. It is so easy to side with Artorias at times, with all the good that he has done for the world, and that you forget that he's the main villain. He's brilliantly written and deserves a place on this list.
I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise.
I'll make things right. I'll abandon who I am. Nameless Moloch, I will forge a pact with you. I will put an end to all the pain in this world.
And my number 5 pick is... Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, it just feels right. Now, my number 5 pick. Number 5. Xemnas. There is a hell of a load of villains in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Hell, there's an organisation of 13 of them. 14 depending on who you're asking. But my favourite in the entire Kingdom Hearts series has to go to Mr. Husky-voiced Sith Lord himself. I did not think that sentence through typing this out. Well, that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Xemnas is a nobody of Xehanort that's actually Terra possessed by Xehanort, who also has a Heartless called Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, not to be confused with Ansem the Wise, who in fact took in Xehanort that was possessing Terra, thus called Terranort, and... yeah, I'm not getting into the lore, but props to you if you were able to follow that, because you've experienced the same pain that we felt following Kingdom Hearts. Xemnas is the head of the Organisation 13 and the main villain of Kingdom Hearts 2. If you want good reasons as to why he's an awesome villain, there's the fact that he can grow lightsaber blades from his palms, he walks around in a long black coat, deep husky but quiet voice because he don't need to shout, he has other people to do that, he has the Force and uses it to throw buildings at you, and then there's this attack. Even after the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, he's still my favourite villain because his mere presence is intimidating and just awesome compared to the other characters so far in the series. While it looks like the end of this villain's journey, he'll always be remembered as not a nobody, but my favourite villain in Kingdom Hearts.
That's simple. It's because you mess up our world.
That may be. However, what other choice might we have had?
Just give it a rest. You're nobodies. You don't even exist. You're not sad about anything.
Very good. You don't miss a thing. I cannot feel sorrow. No matter what misery befalls the worlds, no matter what you think, what you feel, or how you exist.
So let me describe a scenario to you and let me know if you relate to it. You're busy on a mission. You're on a mission in a game. You have to just kill this enemy. Simple, right? So, you prepare yourself. You have to go and sneak up on him, because you know that you'll be able to kill him instantly if you sneak up on him. So there you are. You're travelling across the rooftops. You're going across the thin tightrope walk things that are just everywhere in these kind of games. And there he is. He's right there. So you pull your sword out. You're getting ready. You're about to jump down when all of a sudden this git comes up behind you like he has done for over 100 times just to taunt you, to beat the living hell out of you, and letting everybody know in this base that you are here just so he can just humiliate you, to laugh at you, and just walk off because you aren't even worth killing to this guy, just to leave you alone with the rest of this base so they can murder you and rip you apart again and again and again, because every time you try to progress into this game, this git is always there to ruin it. Does that sound familiar? Then you've played the Middle of Earth Shadow of War games. Number 4, your specific nemesis. Or in my case, Ratlook. This one is a special case because it's really a randomly generated character. But because of how special the Nemesis system was in Shadow of Mordor and how much it was expanded upon in Shadow of War, this had to be on the list. Anyone that's ever played this game has always had to deal with that one specific general that kept killing them, that kept humiliating them, that was always there to ruin your plans to enslave or kill another general. And the fact that when you finally kill him in the first game, he bloody comes back in the second one. But don't worry, you get to kill him once and for all and oh god damn it, he came back! So yeah guys, that one nemesis that you grow to absolutely loathe entirely. Whether it's Prackjaws, Grisha Longtooth, or in my case, Ratlook the Marauder.
Behold, no orc can slay me. Can a man? I rather doubt it.
And here we are guys, my top 3 choices for my favourite villains. Now who's my third spot you'd say? Well I can tell you one thing, you better be prepared to fight them. Because you can fight like a Krogan, run like a leopard, but you'll never be better than Commander Shepard. Number 3. The Reapers. This one's another unique choice in this, because the Reapers are more like a hive mind. Skyscraper-sized alien AI ships that come every 50,000 years to wipe out all intelligent life in the universe. And yeah, sounds simple, but their invasion has been built up since the first Mass Effect game. You knew they were coming. You knew that it took an entire fleet to destroy just one in the first game. You knew that the oldest one, Harbinger, controlled an alien race called the Collectors and used them to steal humans from colonies so they could make a human Reaper. You knew how big of a threat these metal monsters were for the first 2 games. And then when the third one comes out, you stand there and realise, holy crap, we stand no chance. What's worse is being in the presence of one, dead or alive, will drive you insane with their indoctrination. Hallucinations, hearing voices, your judgment being swayed, then becoming a slave to the Reapers as they harvest all life that stands in their way. You watch planets fall, cities burn, hope dying before you. The Reapers are the biggest threat in the universe. Nothing is more evil than them. I will never surrender to them. I will hold the line. I am Commander Shepard.
We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
Estuans interlia sira vehementi Zafulo. Just look at him! Stupid long silver hair, stupid long Masamune blade, awesome black coat, the greatest and most powerful soldier, injected with cells of an alien life form called Genova. Sephiroth is the main villain in Final Fantasy VII. So of course, in my favourite villains list, this guy would be on it. He was once a professional, albeit cold soldier who valued his friends and was more caring than his reputation suggested. But when he learned of his origins and went insane, he believed himself to be the chosen one to lead the planet. He is ruthless, vengeful, and a murdering psychopath that no one is safe from. To avoid saying a spoiler that's practically as old as Darth Vader's plot twist in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, let's just say not everyone in your party has plot armor. He's such a monster in a fight that the moment you hear his theme, the One-Winged Angel, you know you're in for a bad time. Hell, you aren't even safe in Kingdom Hearts! Sephiroth, the last person I ever want to ever fight. One of my all-time favourite villains in all of gaming. However, not my number one spot.
So this is it. My number one pick from my top 10 all-time favourite villains. But before I mention who that is, I just want to say one more thing. This entire list that I've done, all of my picks for my favourite villains, it's just my opinion. You guys will probably have different picks from me, and I am excited to hear about all the ones that you've picked too. Really, I am, because there's so many games out there with all sorts of different villains. Flamboyant ones, these stereotypical ones, the proper deep, morally grey ones. There's all sorts of villains out there, and I'm dying to hear what your favourite villains are. But like I said, everything that I've just said is just my opinion. And to all the haters out there that are just going to complain about my picks, well then.
Frostmourne hungers. Number 1. Arthas Menethil, the Lich King. So here he is, my number one pick. Why? Because I played through his downfall. I played as him as I watched his kingdom of Lordaeron be inflicted by the Scourge's plague. How he saw his people not just die from the plague, but become the undead he was fighting. The hard choice he made to purge the city of Strathom despite his mentor's protest and his love leaving his side because of it. Determined to stop the plague from its source, he travelled north to fight the undead head on, which led him to his downfall. He took up the cursed blade Frostmourne to save his people and used its power to kill the one responsible, only for his soul to be taken by the blade and to then become a champion of the Lich King. Now, he's the one leading the charge for the undead. He slaughtered his former people, his father, the king, his mentor, and then he moved north to commit near genocide to the High Elves. His loyalty to the Lich King would soon be rewarded, as they would eventually merge souls, becoming the new Lich King. In World of Warcraft, he had an entire expansion dedicated to him as the main antagonist. We had to travel north into his continent to fight all of his undead forces until we were at the steps of Icecrown's citadel to put an end to him. Despite him being gone now, his legacy and effect he left upon the world still remains. Lordaeron is gone, filled with the undead. High Elves are now Blood Elves without their font of power. Without Arthas, Illidan wouldn't have gotten the Skull of Gul'dan and gained his demonic appearance. And without Arthas, we wouldn't have this undead Banshee Queen ruining everything on Azeroth! He is the truth of what Harvey Dent said in the Dark Knight movie. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. He is, in my eyes, the gaming version of Darth Vader in Star Wars. Both were heroes fighting for justice, but got lost along the way and became the iconic villains of their respective franchises. Arthas knew one day he would be king. He wasn't the kind of king he expected to be, but he is a king that I'll never forget. Long live the king. May he reign forever. May his strength fail him never. Fail him never.
So guys, that has been my top 10 all-time favourite gaming villains, and with that, I'm afraid I got to end this episode right here, folks. So guys, thank you again for watching this video, because I've been wanting to do this video for so long, and I'm just so glad that I've finally been able to do it. And if I have not mentioned any of your favourite villains, please let me know who they are in the comment section below. Who knows, it might entice me to play that game if I've not played it before. And I like games. I love games, just like the Church of Keanu Reeves in that video. God, I love video games. I love playing them, and I love talking about them. But if you liked what you've seen here, folks, then you know where that subscribe button is, because the YouTube gods demand it. You better ding that bell. But until next time, guys, keep smiling, keep laughing, keep enjoying life to its fullest. And that's the bottom line, because Runedom Studios said so.